All right, Coach, I know you well enough you don't like to look back. You're ready to look forward. But I got to ask you, just how did you celebrate the national championship?
Well, I got the Gatorade bath within 3 seconds. I didn't like that very much. Had a good time, in the locker room afterwards, went up to the president's suite till about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Mm,
Got a little sleep, up with ESPN the next morning at 8, so was back to work,
yeah,
and here we are, and, you're
yeah.
back at it fast, but I'm ready to go. What's in the past is in the past, and, excited about the pieces we have and putting
Yeah.
it all together.
So, what can you do for an encore? What do you expect in year three after the great first 2 years? I mean, what does year three look like at this point?
We got a lot of coaches been together a long time.
Yeah,
We have a blueprint, a process, a plan. It's all about people, standards, expectations. Our focus is totally on improvement on a daily basis and doing the things you have to do to be the best you can be. Developing the right mindset, culture, identity on your football team, forming those intangibles, and then dealing with success and setbacks. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We've never talked about winning a game. We've never talked about winning a championship. We talk about keys of the game going into the game.
right.
Don't get me wrong. But everybody understands as we get closer to the real battles that if we prepare the right way and stack meetings, days, and develop the right mindset, respect the challenge ahead of us, and put it between the white lines, the things we talk about that are important, all right, that there's no self-imposed limitations.
Mm.
And it's always worked for us. We've always won, and I expect it to be no different.
Now, it's interesting you say that because one of the trademarks of your team and coaches all around college football make this comment about your team. So well coached, right? So disciplined. Don't beat yourselves. You look at key things like turnover margin, penalty yards, those kind of things. I mean, third down conversions. You guys are right at the top. How do you get young kids, 18 to 22, 23-year-old guys to buy into that process of, this is how we have to execute, how we have to practice, how we have to
Yeah.
play.
Well, I think it starts at the top, with me and the assistants, and then trickles down, and you are what you constantly do. And, you know, we, we work those drills in practice, but more importantly, I think everybody understands, look, when you have a lot of good players, they have high character and are smart, and you can get them to think alike
Mm,
and buy into the team vision, you can get a lot done.
yeah,
And before you win the game, you can't lose it. The things you just talked about, turnovers, egregious misassignments, penalties, special teams gaffes,
right.
right? And sometimes on third down, a punch pauses the play, because I'm sure we're going to talk about Josh Hoover. And, he's got to cut down on his turnovers from TCU, right?
Right.
Kind of like Ben DiNucci, who I had in IT, very similar.
Mm.
And he did, because we run the ball well, we play good defense, and we're not going to ask him to go out and sling it 50 times a game and outscore people.
Yeah.
We have a way we do things. We're all on the same page. It's been successful for us, and here we go.
Yeah. Well, let's jump off on Josh Hoover. Now, this is your third guy that you've brought out of the portal, an experienced guy. He's played a lot of ball.
Yeah.
They've all three been different. Tell us a little bit about Josh and how he's progressed.
Yeah, and they've all been different since 19. DiNucci, Cole Johnson, Centeo, McLeod. I might be forgetting one, and then Rourke and Mendoza.
Yeah.
We've had them all, from the pocket guy to the dual guy to in between, and to build around them. They all do some good things, struggle some in the spring. They have a great summer. Fall camp, they're a different guy, and they build off early season success. I have a lot of confidence in Josh Hoover. He's got an innate ability to play quarterback. He's a quick processor and accurate thrower. And he was made to play quarterback. I think the thing Mendoza did last year that separated him and kind of made him a great one, quite frankly, was his ability to play his best in the fourth quarter and win big games, especially on the road. We had 5 fourth quarter wins for him on the road. And, because he was a great, fierce competitor that prepared like nobody had ever seen.
Yeah. You lost him, obviously, a great leader, great competitor. You had some other key guys that you lost off of last year's team, several of them that came with you from James Madison that really started the foundation and Bloomington. Who are some of the guys right now that you're looking at as leaders of your football team?
Well, we've got a core group of guys. We've been together going into year 3 now that, now they're the new JMU guys, right?
Yeah.
The Carter Smiths, who was Big Ten Lineman of the Year, Tyreek Tucker, all-conference nose guard, Isaiah Jones, linebacker, Roe Hardy, linebacker, Drew Evans, offensive lineman, Bray Lynch, offensive lineman, Charlie Becker, probably the hardest worker on the team, Jamari Sharp in the back end, Amari Farrell. We got a lot of them. And then, the guys we recruited are high-character type guys in the portal that have fit in well. And so we've got a lot of nice pieces.
Yeah.
Anxious to get this team together.
Yeah. How different has that been, recruiting? I mean, the first year you come in, you had to do what you had to do. Then, you bring a lot of guys in the portal. And this year, I know when I talked to you in the spring, the number of guys you brought in was way down from earlier on. So how has that changed, and how has that been different in putting your team together?
Yeah. Well, those numbers have gone down, like from 33 to 22 to 17. And this year will probably will be lower as you build the high school recruiting. It's a challenge when you're in the playoffs, the portal part of it. Now, when you don't win in the first round like we did against Notre Dame, you're back at it.
Right.
But last year was really a challenge. I still think we did very well. The first year, when Indiana wasn't very good and we had all the time to recruit, that was a great haul. But no, roster management, you want to build the foundation of the house with the high school guys, and the portal guys are critical need guys, but they still have to be not only good players and have the position-specific requirements, but strong character and smart guys.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say, I mean, if somebody says, all right, what are your greatest strengths as a head coach? What would they be?
Organization, structure, pretty direct in my messaging in terms of what I want done, and everybody understands it. And I keep the main thing the main thing.
A lot has been made also of your ability to retain your staff. I mean, you've got a couple coordinators that, are hot commodities. They've done great job. Now you've been able to pay them well and maintain, but how important has that been to continuing to do what you want to do?
It's absolutely critical. We've been together for a really long time. And so we're on the same page. We know how we do things. I mean, we got a blueprint, a plan, and a process, and you're always looking to improve, but it really hasn't changed very much in the last 10 years. So those downtimes really are downtimes for the coaches where they can recharge. And then once we're back at it, like we'll have a Monday meeting, and it'll be about the same meeting it was 7 years ago. And it'll last about an hour, and then we'll be out practicing on Wednesday. So it's huge. It's definitely huge. And I give Pam Whitten, our president, Scott Dolson, our athletic director, a lot of credit there.
Yeah. I want to take you back several years ago. So you're at Alabama, and obviously there's a lot of comparisons people make with you and Coach Saban and just how you've done things and how your process-oriented things. I love the quote that you say working for him was like every day was like 4th and 1.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, there's just a great sense of urgency, to get it done on a daily, but there were no like off days.
Yeah.
There was always something to do, something to accomplish. And again, if you're not striving, you're not improving, somebody else is. And you're not improving, you're getting worse. You get better, you get worse, you never stay the same. So you got to be striving. And so Nick was very structured, very organized, had a plan for everything. And, we had a lot of success. So Nick knew how to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
And, sometimes, every once in a while, it took me a few years after I'd left him to, oh, yeah, that's why he did that. So that's why he's won all those natties.
How much of a risk was it, looking back then, when you left there to take a job at a D2 program? I know I've heard you say you needed to be a head coach. You felt like you needed to do that at that time.
I didn't want to be a 60-year-old assistant. I was done being an assistant.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a head coach. And look, if I'd have gone back there and been there 20 years, so be it.
Yeah.
But, we got rolling. We found our path, our way, and the opportunities came.
Yeah. Your late father was a coach, college football Hall of Fame coach. How much did his career inspire you to get into coaching, and what was your biggest takeaway from him that you've used?
Oh, I think 100% just living that life as a kid, especially when we went to West Virginia in '70, being on the field for those games in the locker room at halftime. He was just a hard worker, tough. Never met a challenge he didn't think he wasn't going to overcome.
Yeah.
Very honest, very direct, strong character, and he was a great role model.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a similar background of being on the practice field, being a ball boy, being out there. I mean, there's nothing quite like that, is there?
No, not at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to college. I really didn't even know what my options were because I wanted to coach.
Yeah. What do you think your dad would say right now if he knew you were making $13.2 million a year?
Boy, I don't know. I haven't thought of that one.